Welcome to The Adventures of Pluto Nash, an analysis by Jason Woods. Pluto Nash is a sci-fi comedy that was released in 2002, directed by Ron Underwood, most likely known for Tremors. The film itself is hmm, about a dude who gave up his life of smuggling and opened up a bar, but his bar got blown up, so he had to figure all of that out. It's interesting. It kind of plays off like a comedy just with a sci-fi background. When it got released, it was a total flop, making only about $7 million against its $100 million budget. It's actually considered one of the biggest box office flops of all time, which is kind of unfortunate. The movie really wasn't that good. What makes it a sci-fi film? I mean, it has its basics, tropes. Though when it comes to sci-fi, it has, a whole community living on the moon. Space travel seems to be pretty commonplace at this point. People are going back and forth between going on the moon and going on Earth. There are many robots being used as servants and service roles throughout the film. You'll talk about that later. Um, there's, and I feel like all of that makes it a sci-fi film. Well, there are a lot of references to the moon when it comes to allegories, ideologies, metaphors. I think a lot of the ideologies of this film, it comes from it's based off Pluto Nash's past as a smuggler, and essentially how his past comes to kind of bite them in the butt. That's kind of the vibe you get from this kind of film. When it comes to representation, it has a lot to be desired. When it comes to gender in particular, it's very dated. A lot of the jokes were can be treated as misogynistic at today's standards. Very the meaning of women, kind of reducing them just to objects. And there's a plastic surgery scene which exemplified a lot of those kinds of traits that the movie had to offer. So there's a link that you should be able to play, and it'll take you to the YouTube video in order for you to play it. And you'll see what I mean.
We were hoping that for our anniversary that maybe we could get a brand new bus.
How romantic. Oh, you're in luck. I just happened to have a cancellation.
Fantastic.
So are you all original or have you been previously improved?
All original.
Really?
Yes, from top to bottom.
Okay. Well, what exactly did you have in mind?
Well, we were thinking we could start with some ass resculpting for her to get a little more bubblage to have.
See, I happen to have a great ass.
I'm not saying that your ass is great. Remember we discussed that you like to have something that to hold on.
Could you do something about his big mouth, maybe?
Oh, well, do you have any catalogs or anything we can look through? Maybe we can get some ideas.
Oh, catalog. Sure, just come this way. I'll show you exactly what you want.
Thank you. Come on, honey. Come on, honey. Honey, look at the asses on the wall.
Yeah, don't push it.
Let's start with some of the basic body types. Here's one I think you're really going to like. The Amazon.
Oh, no, I don't like that. That makes me look like a big doofus, doesn't it, honey?
Hey, where would we buy clothes?
Yeah, I don't want to be the big doofus.
Good point. Good point. Let me try again. Oh, this one I'm particularly proud of. The Venice Beach.
Hey, wait a minute now. Oh, now, I think you done found something there. Look at that, honey. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at me.
This is me?
It could be.
You know, honey, I'm looking and I'm thinking that you need to rethink the ass enhancement. It'll work, it'll help out, it'll bring out that little, what you want is to have a, She also needs a little more wrist, too. Up top, can you fix this? You could spruce these up a little. Just a little sprucier. I know that she has ample now, but I mean, I'm talking titties galore. Let's have titties really flowing. Yeah, like that. Oh, yes.
Hey!
Look at that.
Hey!
Oh, yeah.
Why don't we step into my office and we'll discuss the terms?
Yes, let's go in and sign up.
Now, before we get started, there's just a few things I would like to talk over with you. First of all, will you be paying in cash, or would you like to take advantage of our flexible financing plan?
All in cash all at once.
Excellent. Medical records.
Got 'em right here.
And police permit?
Police permits. Oh, I think you'll find that our police permits are in order. Police permits.
Yeah, sorry. No can do. Not without a police permit. It's body alteration 101. You could be fugitives, killers, anybody.
No, we're nothing like that. We're just a couple that's trying to put the spark back in our relationship. I mean, the idea of revealing such personal details to the police. Please, Dr. Zimmer, please.
All right. Come back tonight, 8 o'clock sharp, but it's another 10,000 upon completion.
All right. Well, then, Doctor, you are busted.
Or would you give me a break? What are you guys, the health department?
Oh, you wish we were from the health department. Listen, you got one chance. You answer some questions for me, all right? I want the truth.
Okay, what do you want to know?
When you worked for Runa Padankin.
Oh, no, I never heard of her.
Okay,
no.
you want to play games? We can play games. Put the cuffs on. Come on, cuff her.
No, just hold on.
Oh, wait, hold the cuffs, hold the cuffs. All right, well, you tell me everything you know right now. And don't play games with me. What is it, Mona? Talk to me, Mona. What do you know? Right now.
All right. Towards the end, Runa was dealing with some pretty heavy characters, but she didn't tell me who. And she didn't keep any records. But one day I walked into her office as she was showing one of the guys out, and he left his briefcase behind. The initials WZW were embossed on it in gold. And it was made out of genuine alligator skin. Are you with me?
Yeah, alligator skin, earth goods.
That's all I know. I swear it.
Just for the record, I have never had one complaint about my ass.
I was just playing. I said that for the lady, you know. It's part of the scam.
When it comes to sexuality, it's very heteronormative. And there were a lot of jokes that kind of border on predatory, especially towards women, of course. One part that's gonna be shown in the clip is when Pluto and the gang is going to a hidden area, and after a whole bunch of crazy events happen, and he eventually has to flee. The robot maid that was there, she's dressed up as a sexy French maid, and and he said it himself. He's like on Oops, basically, where she turns around and it shows her barely, her barely covered butt and very scantily clad, maid outfit, and Bruno hits on the robot, then ends up slapping her butt anyway. After it gets slapped in the face, so it's very kind of like old school, like these people were like very about appearances and women and what that. It's only a minute.
Wow, memories. A lot of memories here, Bruno.
Oh, look at all this junk.
Junk? What do you mean junk? This is called inventory, all right? Show some respect. What's left of my life's work here.
Bonjour, vous allez bien?
Oh.
Bonjour, vous allez bien? Very interesting. How can you have around here?
Oh, it's just an old program I forgot to delete. Left it on oops. Forgot that was in there. Babette, du café, s'il vous plaît.
Good café.
Yes, oui, du café. S'il vous plaît.
Miss me. Guess not.
It's an excellent piece of multifunctional software.
One thing that it kind of gets it right on is how surprisingly diverse this film is. The vast majority of the characters are people of color. We have one of the few black representations of the time, mind you, in film that was sci-fi based. We didn't get really much of that until maybe recently, and this was back in 2002. So there was some good bit going there. Also have Puerto Rican representation, and however, the writing of said character is still very dismissive and very how say it? Very stereotypical. Just a very stereotypical role, and yeah. When it comes to class representation, it seems like based off the conversations between Rosario Dawson's character and Eddie Murphy's character, there seems like there's disconnect between the two. Because, oh girl, she came from Earth, and she was coming to live a career. Virgil was trying to find a job before she had to go back. So, you feel a few obligations. And yeah. There's also something about Rex Crater. He is the main antagonist of the film. And Rex Crater attempts to buy out the club that Pluto Nash is arguably one of the most profitable clubs in the area. The girl, she's from Earth, and obviously Pluto Nash has a disdain for that current state of Earth because of it's a mix of like having the corrupt class, control you whatnot. But yeah, it was something. When it comes to AI and transhumanism, we can refer back to the former clip to show how the technology and transhuman abilities have progressed in this short amount of time. And there's also the fact that Bruno exists. So he's an integral part of the movie, and it spends most of it like not answering text, but most robots during the time they are usually more so for surface roles, and Bruno's an older model, so he could have been just as easily just replaced just like that. He eventually breaks ground as one of the very few owners of a restaurant that hasn't failed, or management that said himself. Robots don't do management, so he was given a chance. When it comes to terms of canon or the cross-platform storytelling, there's not really. Okay, I'm not gonna say not really. There isn't. There isn't any form of canon or cross-platform storytelling. There's not really any storytelling whatsoever anyway. So then considering that it's 2002 and it's a film that took 20 years to produce and no one really talks about it other than, in terms of it being a flop, there's not really much of a chance that there will be any kind of cross promotion or any kind of full blown storytelling like you expect from another sci-fi thing like Star Trek, Star Wars, or even maybe like smaller films. It's the only thing you got is a legacy as being one of the biggest flops of all time, and a blight on Eddie Murphy's career. But other than that, it's there's nothing, nothing else really for it. So that's about it.